shake, snake tendency. Let's go.
It's Madden NFL 23, and our focus is on the Blues' sure-handed wide receiver. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Blues and the Miners, next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Blues and the Sacramento Miners. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their seventh-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 6 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be let out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now a handoff looking right. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. On second down, Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, right down there. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
now an option play on second down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Sacramento with the football here as we get set to begin quarter 2. As they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a give up the middle to Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Brings up
2nd and 5. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Looking to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. ties at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Jones has it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 3. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Sacramento first down.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost again.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and long. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
The pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though.
As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for our home team, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And they needed 2, they could only get 1. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Caught by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, he completes it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie things up at 6-6.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6.
This one swung out to Williams.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
Now Williams running left. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. He'll drop to throw. Caught left side, Williams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. Past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6.
Makes the score Blues.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to bring tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Again, it's Williams.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. This is complete to Holmes. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Miners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tied football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But you know, we always talk about how coaches say, we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They build their teams to win the division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the number 1 seed in the bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Well, they bring their punter out there now, standing just about on his own goal line. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The 71 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Back to throw. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. On the option to give to Williams here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st
Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for our visitors, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.